What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhone We're doing another video review today, this time looking at ABC Baby Animals, which you can see the icon for right there. And without any further ado, we're just going to hit that and get straight into things.
Hello, and welcome to ABC Baby Animals.
Right, so there you go. There's the loading bit and the first initial impressions of the voice that's in this app, which we'll get to later. But first, just to explain what this is, ABC Baby Animals is another educational app for iOS. We've done a ton of these lately, and there's some really cool things going on in this genre. This is another of the alphabet style, meaning that they are attempting to teach small children the alphabet using various methods. This one happens to use animals, and baby animals more specifically. Before we get into what this actually is, let me just show you the settings really quick. You've got a couple settings. You can do random, so it'll jump from letter to letter. You can turn off the sound, which is we'll get to later in a bit, but nice. Or you can do slideshow, which will actually just continuously flick through all the letters, leaving your child to basically sit back and be mesmerized, which is nice in case you're on a road trip or something and you need to give your child something to look at. The About will explain more in depth what this is about and how to operate the app. It'll also give you this, which is a key legend for the in-app keys. The developers mentioned that they've designed this so that it's hard for children to get lost and or end up back at something like the menu or the settings and get bumped out of the process, which we'll look at in just a second. I feel kind of okay with that, but we'll give you a...
I'm an alligator.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm a baby.
B is for bird. Hi, I'm a bird.
See, there you go. There's the main mechanic of this. Every time you flick to a new letter, the app will say, "Hi, I'm a bird," or something like that. And then B, obviously, they're emphasizing the letter, not phonetically. We've looked at a couple phonetically inclined alphabet apps, which this instead tries to teach via the word itself, which is a nice mechanic. I'm not sure if I prefer that or not. I might like the phonetics more, but and what I mean by that is that they say B for bird, which emphasizes the actual letter B instead of the sound B. But
I'm a baby bird. I'm called a chick.
Obviously, then it'll go into the next, and it'll give you the baby version of the animal, and then say what the animal is. So, chick. Which is nice, I suppose. I think it kind of detracts a little bit now I'm thinking about it from the B sound. Excuse me, not the B sound. Because chick obviously doesn't start with a B, and as bird does. But then again, bird is still there, so not too big of a concern. But it is it gets a bit tedious in my opinion.
Cat. I'm called a
kitten, yeah. Sorry about the awkward cut there. My battery camera died, and yeah, we don't like doing new takes. So here we go. But like I was saying, you'll slide through all of the letters, and then it will explain this is the letter and this is the animal associated with the letter, which is nice. I like the fact that that's how this works. It'll be good for your child to associate the letter with an animal, especially when they're this cute. And then adding the baby again just reinforces. Sorry, I was going to say reinforces, as in vulture. V for Volses, reinforces the idea of the vulture. Yeah. So just to keep flicking through this.
I'm a walrus.
My only real problem with this app, well, I've got two complaints. First of all, the voice of the narrator here just feels totally unprofessional to me. At times it sounds like she's almost out of breath. Most of the time it sounds like she's a 14-year-old. Which, who am I to talk, but at the same time, and I know this is geared towards children, but,
I'm a baby walrus. I'm called
and it just, sound quality isn't the best, we'll leave it at that. Also, like the developer said, they've included these buttons down here in kind of a disguised fashion, so your child doesn't accidentally click things and wind up back at the menu, which I thought was nice. It took me a second to realize this was going on, and then I had to go look up the About file to figure this out. I agree. I think they said they've tested this and that it worked out better this way, and I can see that. I think it works well. If you hit this, it'll go back to here, to the main menu. If you hit this rock, we'll talk about that in a second, actually, but if you hit this button, it'll actually give you just a random animal.
It's for X-ray fish. Hi, I'm an X-ray fish.
Yeah, and so there you go, there's that. And another great feature that I really like is if you're extremely irritated by the woman's voice, you want to get rid of it, it's as simple as going,
I'm a baby X-ray fish.
sorry. Accidentally clicked the wrong thing.
A fingerling.
I'm a baby X-ray fish. I'm called a fingerling. And then, see, that what I hit, actually, just to explain really quick, is a record button. And then you can say whatever you like. So this is an X-ray fish. I'm called a fingerling. And then,
Y
oh,
is for
no.
yak. X is for X.
I'm a baby X-ray fish.
There we
I'm
go.
called a fingerling.
Yeah. So which is nice. If you wanted to, you could go through and replace the narrator's voice with yours, which, might make your child feel more comfortable. Especially with, familiar voices, might increase the learning process there. Or, if you wanted to do this yourself and sit with the child and actually go through letter by letter, you can turn the sound completely off and just do it yourself and say, hey, look, this is an X-ray fish and fingerling.
Y is for yak.
So, all in all, I think this is a great idea.
I'm an
D.
Sorry,
I'm
wrong
a
button.
baby. E.
Come on,
I'm a
work with me
baby
here.
L. F is
There we go. Okay, so ABC Baby Animals, I think, is a great app. It teaches. Let me rephrase that. I think it would teach very well. I think this would your child would find this very engaging, and it's got cutesy graphics. It's got a good mechanic behind it. I think it would work very well, and I don't think that your child would have any problem associating letters with animals and learning via that mechanic. The voice is extremely annoying. I'm saying that sounds kind of mean, but it was. But thankfully, you can record over it and replace it with your own, which your child might appreciate, and maybe they won't be as bothered by the sound as I was. The graphics are nice. The illustrations are really good. I've forgotten the artist's name. I'm really sorry, but you've done a fantastic job illustrating this. And the mechanic, just the simple slide through or even slideshow, is simple enough for a child of pretty much any age. And this is, I like the presentation. I like the effort that's been put into this. So overall, I'm going to give ABC Baby Animals a 4-star rating. Mostly because, the menus, I'm still a little iffy about that, and the voice itself is extremely annoying. And I say that actually, but to reemphasize, I'm not saying the voice itself is annoying, but rather just the presentation I think could have been much more professional. It sounds kind of tinny and badly done. But other than that, I think there's a fantastic concept here. It's $1 in the App Store. You can't go wrong. This is kind of geared towards just letting your child just have at, which is nice as well. But you can also spend some time with your child going through letter by letter as well. So great offering here. I think ABC Baby Animals has a lot to offer, obviously. And it's a great app. I think you should check it out, especially, presumably only if you have a child in need of this kind of app. So, 4 stars out of 5 from us here at the iPhoneAppReview.com. This has been Luke Patrick, and I just want to encourage you guys to continue to watch our YouTube videos. We'll be posting more as time goes on, and of course you can always look at more of our written reviews on the iPhoneAppReview.com. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll check you guys later. Bye.